Pokemon Sun and Moon was by far the worst part of Ash's entire journey, and I'll die on this hill. First of all, we gotta look at Ash himself. Ash's character development all the way up into XYZ was absolute peak. In Kanto, he was way too immature, and then throughout the series, he got stronger and became much more mature. We ignore Unova entirely, but Kalos is where he peaked. Now, the reason I want to bring XYZ up is because of character regression. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, Ash became a lot more goofy, which was fine at first because they just went to the Alola region, which is kind of a vacation. However, where the real issue lies is the fact that Ash Ketchum never kept any of the lessons that he learned throughout previous regions. This is the literal definition of character regression, and it ends up making him a completely different character. Now, although Ash was the main character, we still gotta talk about the side cast. And over here you can see I have a few exceptions: Kiawe, Lily, and I forgot to put Kukui there because Kukui was a G. But we get to the other ones. They feel so irrelevant. Like literally, Kiawe is kind of Ash's rival in this situation, and the reason I put Lily on there is because she becomes a main story point with Lusamine and Gladion. The others get overshadowed by Lily's storyline, and I get that she is a massively important character, but the other ones are just so irrelevant and unimportant. I genuinely found it so hard to care about them. Everybody was either comedic relief or they just didn't matter. They never pushed the story forward unless it was Lily. Now, once again, let's go back to Kukui. I forgot to put him on the exceptions list. Kukui is a go. Last but certainly not least is that this was by far the most meaningless championship Ash could have ever won. I mean, you look at the people he was facing and you're tell me that any of them scale up to him. Come on. Except for the final battle at the end there with Tapu Koko. That was fire, but that was after Ash already became champion. Now, this was the first time they held a league championship in Alola. You could definitely consider this a Mickey Mouse ring, which in basketball terms, they usually use this to refer to LeBron's fourth ring and say that there was a bunch of weird factors involved, which is why it's illegitimate. I would definitely apply this term to Ash's championship in Alola.